Greetings, Rising Court. You have just stepped into the 360 chamber. I am Queen Vanshay Rising, 360 plus tarot. We're going to be doing a reading for Sagittarius, and the theme of you guys' reading is going to be the arrow of truth. We're going to do it really quick. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what the arrow of truth is for Sagittarius. I'm going to use the Modern Witch Tarot, okay? And I'm going to get 3 cards out here. The arrow of truth. What is that all about, Spirit? When it comes to Sagittarius, what is the arrow of truth all about? 3 cards, please, Spirit. The arrow of truth. Uh-oh. Gotta take that one. I'm gonna ask for 2 more. If more come out, it just come out. Can I get 2 more cards, please, for Sagittarius, Spirit, regarding the arrow of truth? 1 more, please, for Sagittarius regarding the arrow of truth. Attaboy. Wow. You. All right. So, mind you, these 2 cards came out first, but these 2 came over there. So there's always 2 sides to a story. God damn, why am I feeling that way? So there's always 2 sides. There's always 2 sides of a story. Now, it may have nothing to do with anything. I don't know. But with this Knight of Swords being right here at the bottom of the deck, something is coming towards something to say something about something. I don't know. But the theme is the arrow of truth. All right. And it's pointed in some type of doggone direction, and it's heading towards a theater near you. All right. Let's see. These cards came out first, but I want to look at the cards that came out second because they jumped over here. So let's just see what they're talking about, okay? For Saggy, the arrow. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Look at that. Look at that. We got the Judgment card, and we got the 9 of Swords in the reverse. Look at that. Look at that. Listen. I got to go to the trusty little book here. I ain't want to spend too much time, but I just had to go to the trusty book, right? Let's talk about what it got to say. Okay? Oh, let me go to the 9 of Swords, too, so we can just be right there and go right on into it. Here we go. So, the theme for Saggy is the arrow of truth. Now, here go Judgment in the reverse. And we have the 9 of Swords in the reverse. So, let's talk about it, what this has to say. All right? It says, at points in our lives, we can feel like there's something pulling us to change. Judgment calls down to us in a form of a benevolent angel, presents us with the crossroad on her banner. As humans, we aren't alone in the world, but surrounded by others struggling in each of their own ways. Through compassion, love, and desire to be better people, we reach up towards this loft goal of self-actualization to enrich the world and others around us. Only through responding to the call can we become truly alive. It's not about judging others, but judging yourself. There's a time to be kind to yourself, and there's a time for tough love. Now is one of those times. There's an important change needed for you to reach new heights, but be prepared. Your past self is behind you and the future calls. Examine yourself and your choices honestly. Is this the best for you? Honestly, is this the best for you? The arrow of truth. Now let's just go on over to the Nine of Swords and see what the Nine of Swords has to say. It says, the sword hang high above your head and you're wide awake at night. You can't sleep as your mind is just consumed with anxiety despite an impending feeling of doom. Maybe you're going through something truly terrible, or maybe you've been building up an obstacle to be larger than it really is. Either way, it's okay to feel scared or anxious. It says, talk about it with someone that you trust and you look up to. Someone you trust and try to look to the future. Okay. So, there's a lot going on right now with Sagittarius. The arrow of truth. So, the arrow of truth right now, to me, is the way I'm looking at this. Is Saggy in this position because of Saggy? Or is Saggy in this position because of someone else? The truth is the truth. And the truth shall set you free, Saggy. These cards came out first. We're talking about the arrow of truth. Who truth is it? Your truth, they truth, who did it, what for, when, where, how, all of those questions, okay? So we're going to put it right here. Now, let's look at these two cards that came out in the first place, because remember, there's always two sides to a story. And look at there, lo and behold. How much of a difference? How much of a difference is this to this, Saggy? We got all this fire coming out right here. The arrow of truth, the Three of Wands, and we have the Queen of Wands. What you gonna do? Is you gonna continue to be sitting up in this type of energy right here, Saggy? Or the arrow of truth? What you gonna do? Make a decision. What you gonna do? What do you feel you need to do? If something ain't right over here, what do you feel like you need to do? You have options with the Three of Wands being here and the Queen of Wands being here. This is the arrow of truth. Ain't no running from it. Ain't no hiding from it. What you gonna do? I'm gonna read this. I'm not gonna read none of this because I think it's pretty fucking crystal clear. Okay? We don't have to waste too much time on this. And dare I say, this isn't a situation that's brand new to you. Dare I say that? I said it. But what I will read is this card, because I feel like this card is more important than this one, this side or this side of the story. Okay? So let's read it. That's just how I feel. I could be totally wrong. But let's just go over to it and see what it has to say. It says, the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords. It says, busting onto the scene with favor and confidence. The knight rules headlong at their obstacles. That just seems like head on. Rushes head on instead of headlong at their obstacles. Without a second thought. They are passionate and full of self-assurance in their intelligence and opinions, but they are solely lacking compassion in the heart. If the knight is you, it's time to second guess yourself. You are probably a bit cold and overconfident and possibly afraid of showing your vulnerability. It's left you imbalanced and ill prepared for what lies ahead. Now, why would you be ill balanced for what's ahead? Why? What got you in this? As I said, there's always two sides to a story. You had this side over here, you have this side over here. This is a side where you more than likely should be at, knowing what it is that you want, moving forward and sitting in your throne. But no, you trying to figure it out like you don't know what to do and how to do it and what for. I just want to know, how did we get here? That's really all I want to know. Because I'm being nosy right now, Saggy. I want to know, how did we get here? Do you feel here? This is what I want to know, right? Anyway, the arrow of truth. So you can pretend as if you don't know the truth and what it is when you and I both know the truth. Okay? Because this card came out first. Okay? But then this card jumped over here and made it first. You see what I'm saying? You saw how the cards came out. You're intelligent. Could have been a situation where you did feel overconfident and kind of maybe had dropped the ball. But you, sir, has to take responsibility for that action. You have to do it. I don't give a good goddamn. You have to do it. Ain't no point in lying to yourself at this point in time. Get over it and step back into your power. That's it. That's all. Okay? That's it. That's all. This is the cosmic insight. Spirit, when it comes to Sagittarius and the arrow of truth, what do you want Sagittarius to know? When it comes to the arrow of truth for Sagittarius, Spirit, what do you want Saggy to know? Damn, I wish I was looking at that. I was looking in the camera instead. Oh, we got two cards? Okay. And listen, it's funny that they will come over here, right? Now, this is what we have at the bottom of the deck. We have health, and it says health issues could arise. Yeah, health issues could arise if you want to stay in this energy over here. This Nine of Swords, yeah. It could. Stress and everything that comes along with stress, okay? I just heard, like them little things that people have outside their house or whatever, the little cling cling cling. It'd be like a clingy clingy cling. I don't. A wind chime. I just heard a wind chime, but only one wind chime, like king. I don't have a wind chime, and the closest wind chime is probably across the street in my neighbor's backyard that I can think of. So I don't know, but I just heard that. Let's see what this have to say. What do Spirit want to know about the arrow of truth for Saggy? Let's turn this over. Confessions. Listen, confessions. Someone has something to tell you. Ain't that something right here by judgment? Confession. Someone has something to tell you. And moving. Change of residence. Moving in with your partner. Probably wasn't such a good idea with the Nine of Swords being right here. But I don't know. May not be so good for your health. Maybe you decided to do something that you probably shouldn't have did. And something finna come out to the forefront. I don't know. But let's get one tea leaf card and see. Okay. Spirit, to close out this reading right here for Sagittarius, when it comes to the arrow of truth. I'm not looking at the cards, even though I know you can't see my eyeballs, but I can guarantee you I'm not looking at the card. But I just want one card, Spirit, when it comes to the arrow A truth for Saggy. Can I get one card, please? Okay. Let's see what it says. Oh, wow. Look at that. That's crazy. Finger. Warning of a problem either now or in the near future. See, that's what I'm saying. This is all up to you, Saggy, and what you want to do. Finger. Warning of a problem either now or in the near future. So we're going to put this right here. This could be the problem right here. Two sides to a story, right? And the arrow of truth, okay? This could be the warning right here, what's going on right now, okay? Now or in the future. Your future could look like this. I don't know if someone is thinking about moving in with somebody. That may not be a good idea. Or maybe you are ready to move in with somebody and you figuring out that it's not a good idea. Or maybe y'all having the conversations with confessions, talking about it or something. But I'm going to say no, because it's not going to be good for your health. You will be traveling soon. So what's up under there? The Nine of Pentacles. You guys could have something great ahead of you guys if you can get this situation together, okay? Call a spade a spade. The truth is, whatever it is, deal with it, whether you want to believe it or not. I can't believe it's not butter, whatever the case may be. Deal with it, but don't let it consume you with this Nine of Swords, and move forward, Saggy, because you have options. You have choices, okay? I don't know why I want to pull another card for y'all. All right, Spirit. I don't know why I want to do that, but just pull one. Why do I want to pull another card, Spirit, for Saggy? What other messages is there for them? Flag. Don't be tempted to lower your standards. Damn. Don't be tempted to lower your standards. Know who you are. And that right there is the arrow of truth. That's why I want to pull another card. All right. Saggy. Rising court. The chamber dims for now, but your light does not move with intention until we meet again, Saggy. With that being said, thank you. I am Queen Vanshay, Rising 360 plus Tarot, and I'm out.